Comante, to my surprise, turned up at my house the morning after our first meeting.
This will hurt.
Rarely have I met such a wild creature, a human being who was so utterly isolated from the world and by a sort of firm, deadly resignation, completely closed to all surrounding life. I could make him answer when I questioned him.
Tell me your name. I am Comante.
But he never volunteered a word and never looked at me. His fortitude of soul in the face of pain was the fortitude of an old warrior. A thing could never be so bad as to surprise him. He was, by his career and his philosophy, prepared for the worst. From the day when Comante came into my service and attached his fate to mine, I felt his watchful, penetrating eyes on me, and my whole modus vivendi subject to clear, unbiased criticism. I believe that from the beginning he looked upon the trouble that I had taken to get him cured as upon a piece of hopeless eccentricity. But he showed me all the time great interest and sympathy, and he laid himself out to guide my great ignorance.
I am cooking now, ma'am.
Yes, I have heard about this.
Mimi kama bana memza. Mimi nakufa kwa hii Mungu.
The civilized people have lost the aptitude of stillness and must take lessons in silence from the wild before they are accepted by it. When you have caught the rhythm of Africa, you find that it is the same in all her music. What I learned from the game of the country was useful to me in my dealings with the native people.
At night, we would hear the lions. I thought it was the neighbors at first because they were going, sounded like heartburn next door, but it was lions. I thought lions went, but they don't. They go,
There's a war going on out there between the animals. You hear them start up, and the next morning you get in your Jeep and you drive and you see carcasses all over the place. And you see the food chain working perfectly. The lion kills the zebra, and the vultures stand and wait.
The first time you wake up to the sound of a lion roaring, it's the most penetrating sound you've ever heard. There's nothing like it.
It was the last day of shooting, and this lion is supposed to be tethered. I'm whipping using this bullwhip, and I crack it near the lion. It was too far away for me to actually hurt him. This lion was tethered, and as long as it was tethered, it would sit there like this. And I would whip it, with fury, and it would go. So Sidney was tearing his hair out. This is the day before we're supposed to leave. We're all supposed to, he's had it. It's like endless shoot, I guess, for him. And he goes, untie the lion, don't tell her. So he untethers the lion. And I go, and they're like,
I love Meryl Streep so much I would never, ever contradict anything that she said. But I would have to ask any sane person whether they believe I would actually untie a lion and let it loose on my actress. I think that's a little bit of creative memory going on. She was very brave. She did get close to these lions. But the lions were brought from the United States, and the lions always had their trainers around them. We did everything we could to protect Meryl. What we did do, and maybe this is what Meryl's talking about, there's a sequence early on in the film where she's out alone and she looks up and there's a female lioness. And that lion was let completely free.
I wouldn't run. If you do, she'll think you're something good to eat.